Just a whistling while we work. Just a whistling while we work. Oh, hey. How y'all doing there? Welcome to MaxsGarajMahal. We're just doing a little cleaning here. You know, this place has got so nasty and got all the countertops all covered up and everything, so we thought we'd do a little cleaning. And by the way, y'all recognize this thing right here? This is that 19.2 volt C3 Craftsman that Bisway Batteries helped us revive a little over a year and a half ago when they made us a run of replacement batteries for these things right here. What don't ever work for some reason. Weigh a ton, don't last any time, and cost a fortune to buy. You can buy two of these that are well over double the capacity of those things for the same price as one of those, two of these. And this company right here, Bisway Battery Company, fantastic people. And I'm gonna tell you a real quick story. Back in 2021, if anyone can remember that far back, we had this COVID-19 virus that struck the world, and in particular in January of the United States, it started making its way here. And by March, it had really started taking hold in our country. And the media marketing director contacted me because we'd become friends, and I bought their batteries in the Black & Decker, as you can see, the Black & Decker brand, or cordless tool job, the Milwaukee replacement, as you can see. And I've got pretty much all their batteries that even for some I don't even have tools for. As you can see, the little 12 volt fuel Milwaukee. I've got, well, let's see, here's one, I think. Got it in Ryobi tool, got it in rigid. I don't have any DeWalt, just never had any of those tools for years, so I don't have those. But my point was going to be this. These people, it's a Chinese manufacturing firm. They manufacture a lot of batteries, a lot of other products. And they contacted me asking me if I needed any masks, because at that point in time, there just weren't any masks, because we were doing the right thing in this country. We were making sure that the health personnel were getting the mask. And these people were so kind to contact me to ask me if my wife and I needed any mask. And that really struck my heart. I really appreciate it. So I appreciate them then, and they also wanted to know if I needed any gloves, any rubber gloves, you know, to get your gasoline, get your groceries, or whatever you need the gloves for. And they did send me, they couldn't get the mask out of China to us. Had nothing to do with embargoes or anything like that. China, bless their hearts, they were taking care of their own problem over there, and they were buying as many masks as they could get as well. So with that said, she wasn't able to send me the mask. However, she did send me a couple of boxes of gloves, and I truly appreciate that. Now, with all that said, it has nothing to do with this battery review of this Bisway Craftsman C3 revival of this tool, because she did me such a favor to make these batteries for me, and she also made a dual chemistry charger, which you've seen in my videos. And I don't know if you can see it over there. Let me see if I can get you tilted or turned that way just a little bit, so you can see over on a wall, and you can see it right here, right there. And it has a Craftsman battery on it. Now, it's a waste of time, we both know that, but that's neither here nor there. So what I wanted you to see is we've got these old tools down, and we're going to run these batteries again after a year and a half to give you an idea of just how well these batteries have held up. And I'm going to tell you this right now. They made these batteries for me, and they didn't make them just for me. They made a run of them. But they've got these things out in less than, I think, 6 weeks from the time I asked, and that was their research and whatever else they had to do to manufacture the charger and these replacement batteries. I'm just blown away. Now, it's got 4 lights on it, as you can see. Okay, that's got 4, and I've got another one here somewhere. Had it earlier today, saw it. Oh, you know what? It's in my little homemade battery holder right here. Y'all have seen that before, right? Just stick it right up on the wall, just plug that battery right in. It's right there handy for you. And 4 lights. Those things are just fantastic batteries. And we use them on these tools. We've got a 5.5 inch saw, got a 1/2 inch drill, Sawzall type, you know, the Craftsman brand, and the fluorescent light. Now I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's test. Now you probably noticed that was a full charge on the Craftsman nickel metal hydride, or is this a NiCad? Let's just see here. Well, they think so much of these things, they don't even tell you. What do you think about that? It's probably NiCad, but it may be nickel metal hydride. Let's first put it on. Now, can you see how bright that is? Now, I've got a light facing me, so that doesn't help. But, what do you think? Sucker has dimmed right in front of your face, isn't it? All right, now pay attention to that. Okay, if we're real close. Now, let's take that off, and we'll put one of these Bisway. Now that's brighter, isn't it? I believe it is. I shouldn't have turned it on with that. I shouldn't have plugged it in with that and turned it on. Big mistake on my part. I might just blew a battery. Oh yeah, you can see the difference. There's not even, I mean, it's like daylight and dark. One more time. Well, ain't neither one of them very bright. And to be honest with you, these lights really have not been used hardly at all. Now, let's do this. Let's take, these saws really use up a lot of battery. So let's take this. Now it's supposed to be full charge. Okay, that's all she wrote on that. That sucks. Now, pretty neat, huh? Now, this Bisway battery, it really does what it says it's going to do. It really does make this old C3 setup, really makes these things come alive. And if you got some of these old 19.2 volt Craftsman tools, and as you can see, I've used these. I ain't getting my finger in there for you. These things really do walk the dog. I kid you not. Doesn't matter. Now I've got that big old 1/2 inch impact up there too, and it's and that's a bear. But I don't have anything to any concrete to drill into right now. Pretty neat, good old tool. I mean, these things are heavy duty. They got heavy motors in them. I mean, they really do a good job. What I'll do is, it's been raining for 2 days. I started this video once, and I did a fond farewell to Chris Christopherson earlier, and somehow or another, I deleted it. I didn't delete Chris Christopherson. I deleted the video I started, so I apologize. But we're trying to get you some drilling, some sawing, and things like that. And if not, tell you what we can do. let's take one of these batteries. Just take both of them, by golly. Let's get them both down here. Let's take both of these batteries and let's run an old multimeter over it and see what they're showing these days. Let's see here. Let me zero in because I'm not set up like I normally am in there. And let's see if I can get you where you can see the gauge of the meter over there. Get you in as far as I can that way. Whoa, look at there. Got a Bisway clock. Ain't them nice? Alright, there we go. Yeah, I thought it was nice enough for them to help me out on these batteries. I thought I'd help them out and get them some visibility up here. Alright, so I'm going to clip this sucker on here real quickly, like this. And then I'm going to hold this up. You know, I hadn't worked with this old thing so long. It's sort of hard to maneuver with because everything's cold out here in the shop. These cords are a little bit on the stiff side. So let me get them hooked up here and I'll just bring this to you. Alright, these things are still holding full. Okay, that didn't work out too well, now did it? Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can get you in the picture here. Alright, we're going to stab that particular tab. There you go. 19.2 volt batteries are still charging all the way up to, actually when I tested these things, now I've been playing with these saws and stuff a little bit today, so I've run them down a little bit but not much, not enough to cause not enough to cause the thing to lose a volt or anything, but just enough to make them get down right below 20, because they were on 20 earlier. Hey cameraman, if you do all this camera work, I could do this over here and wouldn't bother all these fine people and trying to do all the hands and everything here. Let's see, I'm still trying to get everything in the picture here. Alright, there's that. Somewhere over here is a battery. Y'all see the battery? Okay, you see I've got it hooked up there, and now here, and there. Okay, where you at? So that's 20.15, 20.69, and I just knocked it off. I think it's 20.65. Okay, so I tell you what, I'm going to stop for today because that's already enough of this nonsense. I'm sure y'all are bored stiff, and but you have at least got to see my wardrobe and my beautiful front file here. What's that? Front file? This is profile, front file, I don't know. Anyway, we do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching these videos, and hopefully that'll let you know if you get you some of these Bisway batteries. I hadn't checked recently. I don't know if they're still making them. I'm sure they probably are. If they still got these batteries and those chargers over there, this will revive your, you know what, I need to give you an idea that I ain't got all my cleaning done yet here. Look at that, it's terrible. Now I feel better, okay. But if you can get you one of those Bisway dual chemistry battery chargers and 2 or 3 of these, now these are 5 amp hour. These particular ones are 90 watt, 5 amp hour, 5,000 milliamp hour, 19.2 volt batteries. They will really bring your old tools back to life, and they will actually run a little harder and a little longer, a lot longer per battery than they ever did with the Craftsman nickel metal hydride or NiCad, whichever you happen to have. And I would definitely recommend these things. Like I said, 1.5 years of use, they're still going strong. They're doing a great job. I've never yet had one that didn't fully charge, and they last for hours at a time, so it's really worth the money. And I think when I bought these, the pair was $65, and I think the last time I looked, they were a little bit less money than that, like $59, something like that. So, and they may be higher now since the embargoes and the COVID and so many other things. And I just look them up on Amazon. And they have their own sales store. It's Bisway. They also sell a battery named Lasica, but Bisway is the company that, and they have, I did buy one of their Lasica batteries, and I used a 40-volt battery, and I used it on Ryobi. So they do have both companies. But get by there and get you some of these things, and hopefully you'll have just as much luck with them as I did and have. And if you got anything out of this, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please share. And by all means, y'all come back and see us here at MaxsGarajMahal. You hear? Okay, guys, we're going to do, I've got a set of screw extractors here that we're going to review. And these are screw extractor set made from HSS 4341 new. Part number is X002Q7K80B. Alright, well, let's see here. I'll get that zero in for you there a little bit. Alright, and this is what they look like. I've already got one in the gun here, and I've done a little drilling with it already, and the battery's doing great. Can't say much about the little it made a little bit of fine bit, you know, filings here, shavings, but that's it. Watch this. It rounded off like the thing was made out of aluminum. Battery's doing good, bit not so much. All right, so let's go ahead and take another one. Pull that one out, go the next size up, give it a shot, and gosh, I'm not gonna like having to give these a bad review, but you know, these things are soft. That'll be harder than that. That looks good and sharp. I've got y'all focused in there so hard so that it probably won't focus on that. There you go. It looks good. It just, if it don't do any better than the other one did, then we're in trouble, because I'm not going to get this bolt out with this set up. Not doing any better. Not doing any better. So let's see if I can get where I can see the monitor so I can see what you're seeing. It's just rounded that little sucker over as slick as a whistle. We've been an old machinist. That would not be loud in my shop at all. Okay, well. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. That was 2 for 2. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more shot. There's 5 of them in here, but I think it's a waste of my time to try drilling with all 5 of them. I'll just try drilling with 3, because 3's bad. I'll bet you a nickel the other 2 are as well. All right. Gosh, that one's even out of round. How do you do that? Well, okay. Guys, that's just a grade 5 bolt, so that's not even shouldn't be a challenge for that little drill bit. So we're going to keep giving the batteries a 2 thumbs up, but a little extractor set, not so much. Okay, well, tell you what, while we're on this subject, let me pull back out, and why not go ahead and get a drill bit, just so you can see if something will drill this. So give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, we're this little bolt's a little harder than I thought, but it's drilling. But of course, I put some lubricant on it. That didn't really, it sort of helps, but it doesn't. I'm just a little bit leery of giving it too much pressure around this plastic tank. So it's really just sitting up there sort of gliding, over the metal. But you can see it's bringing some chips out, and I just walked over to another piece of metal, and let's see if I can get you over there. Let's see if you can see it. Happen to be right in your way when I'm trying to see what y'all see. That monitor's on the wrong side. See that metal right over there? Right over there. All right, I'm gonna go over and give it a lick. Now, if it's dull the drill bit, then it ain't gonna do anything. But made a hole there. Okay, she's drilling. Wherever y'all are at. There you go. So she's drilling. It's just going to take a little bit to get through that thing. But at this point, I'm a little concerned about it breaking off there and getting in that tank. So tell you what, let's do. Let's take one of these things. Now, I don't really want to sharpen a left-hand drill bit anymore at my age and my eyesight, I'll tell you. Well, let's take the middle one here. Let's pull it out, and we'll try drilling with on that same piece of metal. There's already 2 there, so I'm gonna go down below those 2, see what we can get. I'm gonna go left-handed. Quick that. It's hard on the hands. Well, she's a drilling, but it's dull, but it's where y'all at? It is drilling, so I'll just contact the company and tell them that I'm not really happy with it, and hopefully they'll have a better grade they can ship me, because those are not what I call the best grade. Alrighty, so that shows you the drills are working, the batteries are working, and again, just want to let you know that those Bisway batteries that revive these Craftsman C3 19.2 volt cordless machines, they are the berries. Thank you again. Y'all come back and see us here at MaxsGarajMahal. You hear? Later.